All right, let's get right into it. We need to talk about something that drives so many traders absolutely crazy. You can have the perfect strategy, the most advanced charts, a brilliant mind, and you can still lose money. How is that possible? Well, today we're going to break down why the real secret to winning isn't on your screen at all. It's inside your head.
So think about this for a second, because it's a real paradox. We've all seen it, right? Super smart, successful people, doctors, engineers, you name it, they jump into trading and they just get wiped out. I mean, it's obviously not because they're not intelligent. So what's really going on here? What is the piece of the puzzle they're all missing?
You know the single biggest hurdle you're ever going to face? It's not some crazy volatile market, and it's not a complicated economic report. The real barrier, the final boss, according to the legendary trading coach Mark Douglas, is your own mind. And that one simple idea, it changes absolutely everything.
Okay, so to really get why your own mind is such a big deal, we've got to take a quick look back at how trading analysis has evolved over time. And it all started with what people used to think was the only proper way to trade: fundamental analysis.
The whole idea behind this was pure logic. You'd gather up all the important data. We're talking interest rates, company balance sheets, even stuff like weather patterns for farming reports, and you'd plug it all into a big mathematical model. The goal was to figure out the true value of something and predict where the price should go. You know, it's rational, it's data-driven, and on paper, it makes total sense.
But here's the killer flaw. There's often this huge gap between what the logical models say should happen and what the market actually does. Mark Douglas gave this a name. He called it the reality gap. And the most important question is, why does this gap even exist?
And this right here explains the problem perfectly. On one side, you've got the formula. It's all logic and numbers. But on the other side, you've got the market, and that's all psychology. See, prices don't move because of a balance sheet. They move because of what thousands of traders believe about that balance sheet. Fundamental analysis completely fails to account for the biggest variable of all: other people.
So, to try and close that reality gap, the trading world had to evolve. And that led to the rise of what we now call technical analysis. This was supposed to be the elegant solution to the messy, unpredictable problem of human behavior.
Now, the big idea behind technical analysis is actually pretty brilliant. It assumes that while any one trader might be totally unpredictable, the collective behavior of all traders creates patterns. And these patterns, because they're driven by basic human emotions like fear and greed, tend to repeat themselves over and over and over again. And let me tell you, this was a total game changer. Suddenly, instead of trying to predict the future with some complicated formula, traders could just look at a chart, spot these repeating patterns, and see a constant, endless stream of opportunities popping up right in front of them. It basically turned market chaos into a language you could learn to read.
Which brings us right to the heart of the matter. You learn the patterns. You see them on the chart, clear as day. You know exactly what you're supposed to do. So why do so many traders still struggle to make money consistently? If the answer is right there, staring us in the face, what is going wrong?
And this is where we discover the second, and honestly, the much more important gap. It's not the reality gap between a model and the market anymore. The real barrier is the gap that exists inside your own mind.
Douglas calls this the psychological gap. It's that painful difference between what you know you should do based on your strategy and what you actually do when your own money is on the line. It's that huge empty space between seeing a perfect trade setup and actually clicking the button.
I mean, we've all been there, right? This perfect setup appears. Your entire system is just screaming, go. But then you freeze. You start second guessing. You think, what if I'm wrong this time? And just like that, the moment's gone. You're stuck watching the market move without you. That feeling of paralysis, that hesitation, that is the psychological gap in action.
And that painful cycle proves that having a great fundamental or technical strategy by itself just isn't enough. This brings us to what Douglas called the final frontier of trading success: mental analysis. It's all about mastering your inner game.
And this is the absolute key to everything. The traders who win consistently aren't the ones with some secret indicator or genius-level IQ. No, they're the ones who have deliberately trained themselves to think differently. They've built a mindset that allows them to execute their strategy flawlessly without their emotions getting in the way.
So, what does this mindset really look like? Well, it's the ability to stay disciplined when you really want to be reckless. It's about staying confident, even when you have no idea what's going to happen next.
It's about recognizing when fear is about to make you do something stupid and having the mental strength to stick to your plan anyway. That is how you finally bridge that gap between knowing and doing.
So let's just recap this whole journey. Trading analysis started out by trying to predict what should happen. Then it evolved to just observing what is happening right now. But the final and most critical step is mastering how you react to it all. The focus shifts from the market outside to the state of mind inside.
And really, it all boils down to this one powerful idea from Mark Douglas himself. He said, "Attitude produces better results than analysis." Think about that. It's a simple sentence, but it's a profound truth that can totally change your entire approach to trading.
So the big takeaway here is this. The path to becoming a consistent trader isn't about finding some magical holy grail to conquer the market. The market is just the market. It's a reflection of our collective psychology. The real challenge and the real victory is in mastering your own.